Aww.
Hi guys, this is Alexandra. I chose this nonprofit because I think that it's a really good cause. Trying to get veterans access to holistic medication is something that I think is really important. As somebody that does volunteer at the VA, I do kind of like see offhandedly like the types of medications that these vets are getting handed out. And I think that there's a reason that when the VA prescribes more opioids to veterans, that there's now a higher opioid death rate amongst veterans. I chose this nonprofit and this group because my dad's a veteran and he suffered through PTSD. He's 100% disabled through the VA. So it's something that's very like near and dear to my heart.
Hello, my name's Alex. I chose this group because I myself am a veteran. I also work with the nonprofit that we chose as our community partner, and I chose this group mostly because we share similar values as far as civil service or taking care of those who have done civil service.
Hello, my name is Alexandra. I really wanted to be associated with this group because I do have a lot of veteran family members. My brother is in the Navy currently, and both of my grandfathers were veterans. And I just really wanted to be in this group because I wanted to learn how to help veterans in this big issue that we are seeing amongst them.
Hi, this is Ava. I chose this group because my dad's in the Army and I've seen firsthand what opioid overusing can do to a veteran. So I want to help him get past this and help other veterans not have to go through what he had to go through.
Hi, my name's Tegan. I specifically joined this group because I have lots of military family members. My dad is a Marine Corps vet. Both of my older brothers are in the Navy, and I've seen firsthand how opioids can affect people. And I think that this is a great cause to work for.
So I wanted to be in this group because I had family in the military, and I knew someone that was in the military and passed away because it does weigh very heavy on their minds. So I've kind of seen how it does affect people, and I want to be able to help.
Okay, so I'm going to be talking about the Sustainable Developmental Goals. So first, I'm going to be talking about zero hunger. The Grateful Veteran does annually donate thousands of pounds of food through fall food drives, which does help this developmental goal. Secondly is the Good Health Sustainable Developmental Goal, and the whole reason of this nonprofit is to help combat prescription opioid use and the overprescription of these opioids and other medications. And the whole point of our group is to use a more safer and holistic resource and medication such as medical marijuana. Moving on to the next set of the Sustainable Developmental Goals, the first one is quality education, and the big mission of the Grateful Veteran is educating the community, educating veterans, family members of veterans, friends of veterans, anyone who knows a veteran, and educating them in this really big issue and how to combat that and how to help those who help us. Lastly, I will be talking about the last Sustainable Developmental Goal, which is reduce inequality. The Grateful Veteran works with all veterans and first responders and helping them get the opportunities and resources that they may need to help combat these issues. The Grateful Veteran does also lobby at state level for laws, regulations that do not properly serve our community. And the Grateful Veteran did actually play a very big role in the medical legalization in Florida.
Veterans face many challenges when they exit the military. One of the largest challenges they face is the overprescription of medications, particularly habit-forming medications like prescription opiates. One of the largest issues is that veterans are prescribed these habit-forming drugs, but they're not given any actual treatment for the injury or disability that they may have now, leading to long-term, often opiate abuse, and a lot of times leading towards abusing drugs bought illicitly. Veterans in our generation are seeking out holistic medicine And it's not that they don't want it, it's that there's a lack of access and education to it. The Grateful Veteran not only helps veterans and first responders gain access to holistic medicine like cannabis, so they no longer have to resort to using their free health care to be put on prescription habit-forming drugs if they don't want to, and actually start working towards healing their issues through some of our other resources.
So, our main goal with the nonprofit that we did was, as a group, we ended up getting a culmination of all of approved medical marijuana doctors across the state for the nonprofit to use as a database. So that way, if a veteran calls from Tallahassee, or if they call from North, South, East Florida, the nonprofit is able to help locate them a approved medical marijuana doctor. Some other stuff that we did is a couple of us volunteered in a Veterans Day parade. That was really great because we got to speak to more, veterans and current volunteers of the program to see why they volunteer with them, and it was a really nice experience. So we passed out flyers, we passed out candy, we walked in the parade, a couple of us, and we have photos to show for that. And the other thing we did is we tabled during the World Kindness Day event. That was a really great experience because we got to, again, pass out flyers. There's quite a few veterans and first responders that are students here on campus, so we got to provide them with information about the nonprofit if any of them or their friends are interested. And we also sold T-shirts, so that way it goes towards the fund of the nonprofit for sponsoring veterans and first responders for their copay for the medical marijuana doctor, and also the state licensing fee for the medical marijuana card.
The foundational elements of engagement that guided our group were associating because we associated with the Grateful Veteran at World Kindness Day. We're giving because we gave our time for that, and serving with them to help reach their goals.
The civic engagement techniques that we utilized as a group most were problem solving and civic dialogue. We problem solved by finding medical practices around the state of Florida for the organization to relay to their veterans, and we utilized civic dialogue during World Kindness Day when we tabled on library lawn and spread the message of the Grateful Veterans philanthropy.
So we came into this class as just a member of society, and then as we have been working with the Grateful Veteran, we have moved up the ladder to volunteer.
And as well as a conscientious citizen, and hopefully we will move up the ladder to be an active citizen.
I learned how to better work with communities outside of the community I normally work within towards the same goal.
I learned how many people actually use these services. We had a lot of veterans come out, especially to like the parade, and I got to see how many people are actually here.
I learned how common it is for veterans to actually use this service.
I learned how to better help veterans.
I learned how important it is for veterans to get the medical attention they need.
I learned how to become a more active community member.